All right, let's get to the top of our document. And everybody did let me know that they can hear me and see my screen. Always good to know you're not talking to yourself. What is what, when, and why? So who doesn't love a cute baby picture, right? I know I do. So we're talking about Moxie. We're talking about CBX. We're talking about My CB Desk. We're talking about Prospect, Square, all the words, right? Super confusing, but all great products. And at the end of the day, it's all meant to support our agents and give them the tools they need for successful, productive careers. So nothing to not like about that, right? So here we go. Let's jump right in. So Moxie, right? We've been talking about it. We launched Michigan, Ohio, Florida, West Coast in March. Possibly the worst launch time ever thanks to the pandemic, but we're dealing with it. We were able to launch Paradise and Premier shortly after. USVI came on board and Century 21 is ready to roll. We're just waiting on a launch date there. So across the company, Michigan, Ohio, Florida, USVI, all 1,900 agents have this wonderful product called Moxie. Moxie, as we know it today, is provided by the Schmidts. It's a third-party vendor that the Schmidts have provided to all the agents. That includes Moxie Engage, which is the CRM, the Customer Relationship Management tool. Our Moxie websites, which is your agent websites. Moxie Present, as we know it today, which is our buyer presentations, our listing presentations, and that awesome newsletter option, which is in Moxie Present today. We have some of the Schmidt templates in there from our Blue Book and our Black Book. And for you managers on the call, the Join the Blue recruiting book is in there as well. It also Moxie, as we know it, also drives cbgreatlakes.com, cbschmidtohio.com, and cbfloridahomes.com. All of these amazing tools, including the home button, which is the single sign-on opportunity for you and your agents, all available from my.schmidtresources.com. The best part about that is we also have our wonderful schmidtresources.com on that page. So let me just jump over real quick and show you what that page is. So this product is here. It's fully functioning. It's not going away. It is being upgraded. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So if you come into your my.schmidtresources.com and click on your home page, this is going to launch our hub. Everything you need to know about your real estate careers right here. It's single sign-on. You don't need to remember your username and password for CB Desk, D-Signs, Listings to Leads, Dotloop, App Files. All of these great products are right here on this landing page. And if you scroll down just a little, Schmidt Resources is right there. So we really, really want our agents just to go to Moxie. This is where they can launch to any of the tools that they need. Just tell them to go to Moxie. Get to anywhere you need to go from there. So it is an amazing product. If they're used to going to Schmidt Resources first, that's okay too. They can get to Moxie from there as well. But you can see right here, we have Schmidt Resources right in Moxie. Great landing page for your agents. I'm going to jump back over to my document. And as always, if you guys have questions, we're all working on clarity today. So if you have questions, type them in the chat box or go ahead and unmute and ask me. So what is changing with Moxie? Because there is a change coming, and this change is coming on October 20th. But because the Schmidts have already provided Moxie, it should be a seamless transition for your agents. There's a lot of confusion on this because the brand has been communicating with our agents directly, and those brokers that don't already have Moxie need those messages, but our agents don't necessarily need them, and it is causing some confusion. So on October 20th, what is happening is Moxie Present and CBX are becoming one product. So if you go into CBX listing experience today, that is going away. That is being replaced with Moxie Present. Our Moxie Present will not change. It's just going to be enhanced. So when your agents go into my.schmidtresources.com and click on Moxie Present on October 20th, they're going to get a nice little pop-up box and it's going to say CBX Buyer Locator now available. But it's more than just the buyer locator. They're going to have all the templates that the brand is providing on top of what we're already providing from the Blue Books and Black Books. So just an enhanced product. Now the one confusion here is if your agents are going to mycbdesk.com, which we'll talk about in a minute, and they launch into Moxie Present there, we're not real clear what that's going to be for them because both Moxie and the brand, this is new to them and they can't really clarify this for me. So we are going to caution you and your agents to not launch into Moxie Present from CB Desk, but please just go to your my.schmidtresources.com and launch Moxie Present from there. We'll make sure all of those templates are in there. The buyer locator information that's coming over from CBX buyer locator will all be in Moxie Present as your agents know it today, just being enhanced. I see a question from Sherry. Sherry, I'm going to touch on that in just a minute. And Sarah asked if the CBX seller leads are changing. No, those are staying the same. CBX seller leads, launch into mycbdesk.com, go to the seller leads, assign those out to your agents. Your agents will go through the same process. None of that is changing. Luis, sorry about that. Luis, I will send this page out to all of you. It's a Google Doc. I'm going to share the link. You guys will have full access to it. You can print it. You can share it to your agents. It'll go out to them on Monday, but absolutely you'll have this document in your hands. The question from Sherry was new agents and listings to leads. Yes, you just create the password for them, Sherry. So listings to leads has the single sign-on. But if you refer back to our Moxie Monday from this past Monday, there is one step in listings to leads that they do have to complete for that single sign-on. So go ahead and set their password. If you want, do that step for them. Set the password, log in as them to listings to leads, go to that CRM integration tab under the profile, and click through on to add Moxie Works. Then they don't even have to do anything. They log into Moxie, they'll be able to click right through to listings to leads. So yes, you do need to continue to set them up in listings to leads. So great question, Sherry. Thank you for that one. Okay, so that was all things Moxie and all things CBX plus Moxie Present. Launching October 20th, seamless for your agents as long as they're launching from schmidtresources.com. CBX buyer locator and all of those great brand templates will be available to your agents on October 20th. Caution them not to go to CB Desk for that. Yes, Danny.
When we sign on in the morning, do I just go to my Moxie login, or should I be going to my.schmidtresources.com as my original login in the morning to get to all things Moxie and Hub?
That's what I highly recommend. Just go to my.schmidtresources.com, leave it open all day long. You're going to get to wherever you need to go right from there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And while you're in there, if you're an agent, click on Moxie Engage. It's going to give you your 4 people that you should call today. So log into there. It's fabulous product. It takes all the thought out of it for you to continuously work your sphere. So go to Moxie, go to myschmidt.resources.com, which is Moxie, and go to Engage, go to the home, get to where you need to go. So great question. Third, My CB Desk. This isn't new to us. It's been around here for a few weeks. JD did a great BlueSync on that not that long ago. So go to schmidtresources.com via my.schmidtresources.com. Go to Schmidt Video Classroom, and it is in the BlueSync playlist if you missed that session on CB Desk. It's replacing CB Exchange. So CBX listing experience going away. That's going to be now Moxie Present. CB Exchange going away. It's now My CB Desk. You can still access CB Exchange today if you want to. It's going away in December. Don't have a hard date on that yet, but we were told by the end of the year it'll be gone. So mycbdesk.com. But keep in mind, if you're launching from Moxie, click the link right here. It's going to auto log you in. If your agents say that that doesn't work for them, that their link is broken, all you have to do is go to their account and make sure their internal agent ID is their coldwellbanker.com login. And again, we covered that previously, but if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. So My CB Desk, again, replacing CB Exchange. So we're getting a lot of new products. Some are going away to replace them. Some are staying in a different format. So this is why we're trying to clear this up. I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to just keep trucking along. Prospect Square. So for you managers on the call, you may be getting communication from the brand directly about iProspect. Little I, capital P, Prospect. That is not Prospect Square. That's a completely different product. iProspect, and it's not on this document because it's specific to managers, is a recruiting tool. Currently, we're not using it because we have Moxie Talent, and you do have to pay for a Trend Graphics or Broker Metrics license in order to use iProspect. So we already have that product with Moxie Talent. So for you managers, if you're hearing the terminology I prospect, that is not Prospect Square. They couldn't have named them more confusingly if you ask me, but they didn't ask me, so this is what we're dealing with. So I prospect, recruiting tool, managers only. Prospect Square, it's replacing e-marketing. E-marketing is going away. They're putting the kibosh on it. It's going away by the end of the year. Your agents do need to get their contacts out of there if they manually entered them. If their contacts came over from Zap, they are already in Zap. They do not have to export them. If your agents are using e-marketing and they've uploaded manually contacts into e-marketing, highly encourage them to export them as soon as possible. We're being told December, don't have a hard date. Not really sure when that's going away. So again, Prospect Square is replacing e-marketing, but it's replacing it enhanced. So it's going to be on a direct feed to your MLS. All of the listings will come over, and the product is meant to advertise those listings and to communicate to the agent's sphere of influence. Now, I've not seen the product yet. I sat through the Gen Blue session, but they did not actually show the product. They just showed some of the end results. But there's lots of training, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. So October 20th, Prospect Square is launching. Now, thank you to some of you on the phone that are helping with getting these MLSs set up. It's never a smooth process. It always just takes a lot of back and forth. So thank you for those of you that have been helping us. We're not connected to all of our MLSs yet. We have 17 MLSs across Michigan, Ohio, Florida, and Bri, I'm not quite sure if this is going to be in USVI or not. Trying to track that answer down for you and your agents. So we are working on it. It is launching on the 20th, but we may not have the connection to all of our MLSs by then. We're hopeful, we're just not quite there yet. So Prospect Square, replacing e-marketing. It'll have campaigns, but so does Moxie. It'll have your listings, but so does Moxie. So additional tool that your agents can use, because everybody operates differently, right? Some people like the big hammer, some people like the small hammer. I like a medium one myself. So there is a lot of tools that our agents can use, but Prospect Square will be available to the agents on October 20th. And it is all about marketing their listings and marketing to their sphere of influence. That will also be available via CB Desk. So let's talk about clarity. There is training. No longer confused, right? We just cleared the whole thing up. Everybody knows everything. I don't even know everything. So let's talk about training. Moxie Monday, every single Monday at 10:15. We have Elizabeth, we have JD, we have Judy, we have Jessica, we have all these, Peter, we have all these great trainers that come to you every Monday at 10:15. 15-20 minute topic. Super simple, right? Grab a cup of coffee, join us at 10:15. Bri, that is Eastern Standard Time, so after November 1st, when we fall back, you guys will be on a different time. So these times here are all Eastern Time. So 10:15. You miss it, you're on a showing, you're in a closing, it's okay. We record them all. Go to Schmidt Video Classroom. There's a Moxie Monday playlist. All of that training is also available, can anybody guess? In our one-stop shop home, right here, Moxie training. So you can see, super useful, just keep going back to Moxie. But there's more. But wait, there's more, right? Favorite part of infomercials. The brand is bringing all the training that we need. So Moxie Monday is our team. It's the Schmidt's team because the Schmidts provide Moxie to their agents. Engage, present, websites, homepage. We have employee training and agent training. So visit Get Schmidt Done, ASC training calendar. All of this employee training is on there. If you go to any of your local education calendars found in Schmidt Resources, Michigan, Ohio, Florida, all of the agent training is in there. There's one link to join and look at all of these sessions. Now we're being told that the sessions are repeated, so all the information will be the same, but you can join more than once. If you join once and get a phone call and miss half of it, just join the following time. There's no reason why you can't join them as you want to. If you've attended one, you can attend again. So you can see every other Monday is CBX and Moxie Present. Every single Tuesday for our agents at 4 o'clock, have them grab a cocktail and watch the training, is the agent training. Prospect Square, same cadence, different time. Every other Monday, employee training. Get Schmidt Done ASC training calendar. All the links are on there. And then every single Tuesday at 2, which may be a little early for a cocktail, but I'm not judging. Every single Tuesday at 2 is the agent training for Prospect Square. So lots and lots of training. Obviously, any of the training the brand is bringing to you can be found in mycbdesk.com as well. but it is on our local education calendars for our agents' ease of use. Now I see some questions. Let me jump over, and we are going a little long, so I apologize, but we do need to get clarity here. Danny asked, our contacts from Zap were downloading automatically into e-marketing previously. Will that still happen from Zap or Moxie? Great question, Danny. It won't happen from Moxie because there's no bridge there. I don't know if Zap will feed Prospect Square, but it's a great question, and it's one that I will ask on the first training that I will take on Monday the 19th at 1 p.m. So we'll get clarity on that. We'll see if the link that is today, Zap to e-marketing, will stay for Zap to Prospect Square. Great question. I'll make sure I ask that and get that out to the team. Jessica, yes, we will be sending this sheet out. I'm sending it to you guys today. It's a Google Doc so that you guys can share it, but it'll go to your agents. It'll go to your agents on Monday via the Blue Matter Monday blog. So this sheet will go out. I'm sending it to you guys today, and then your agents will get it automatically on Monday. But of course, feel free to print it. Feel free to send it to your team. You know, some of our agents have accidentally opted out of Constant Contact, which is the product we use to communicate with them. So it never hurts to make it available in the offices, to forward it to them, just to ensure that they're getting it. So we've gone a little long, but I do appreciate all your time. Again, hopefully we go from this cute little guy to this guy. So if you have any questions after the fact, let us know. If you want myself or anybody in the team to come into one of your sales meetings, one of your team meetings, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. We're always available. We'll get clarity on this information together. Again, great tools, so many options for our agents to drive their success and their productivity to finish out 2020 and to start 2021 strong. So thank you guys so much. I don't see any other questions, so we're going to go ahead and wrap.